Obviously great to have the National Guard Indy car here, Panther Racing, with owner John Barnes and Jane Barnes here, and National Guardsmen and women here today with us. Real honor, privilege, and a pleasure to have the Panther team here. Many of the players have commented on the car. Justin Smith in particular, he likes it. So it's a neat event for us today.
Leonard Davis in the cockpit there?
No chance. There's no chance of Leonard Davis sitting in the cockpit of that Indy racing car.
Are these two?
He darn near weighs about a third of that car. That car there, that weighs, what, about 1,500, John? 1,500 pounds? 700 horsepower in that vehicle. And Leonard Davis, close to 350. So.
You driven one of those?
No, I've done the passenger, the ride along, but I've never driven the Indy car. I got into the racing and became affiliated as a part owner with Panther Racing in 1990. Well, really, when I first met John Barnes and the Panther team was like around 94, 95 when I first got traded to Indianapolis, where I signed with the Colts. Just went out to the track one day and was walking around and met John and his Pennzoil team at that time, and just they invited me back the next day and then come to the race and that kind of thing, and then following year kept in touch, and then a few years after that John Barnes spearheaded the team, the Panther Racing team, and the rest has been history. 28 wins, 2 championships later. It's been a great team. Been a real privilege to be a small part of that team.
You ever have a conversation with Joe Gibbs?
No.
Have you always been a racing fan?
Always been a racing fan since also Indianapolis. My dad, Jack Harbaugh, took us kids and the family to a time trial in 1976, and Tom Sneva broke the 200-mile barrier at that time trial. And ever since then, I've always liked the Indianapolis 500 and the racing, and that was the big sporting event that was always on late May, Memorial Day. Seemed like that was the best thing that was on in May, so always watched that every year. And then when I went to Chicago to play with the Bears, a good friend of the team there was Cap Boso, who was from Indianapolis. Went to Chittard High School, grew up in Indy, and he used to always talk about Indianapolis and how great Indianapolis was, and went back to a couple of the Indy 500s with Cap and some of his friends, and got to see what Indianapolis was like during the month of May. It was just a month-long ramping up to the Indy 500, and it was it's a spectacular thing. And then to be a part of the team and be in the pits for an Indianapolis 500, I still believe is the single greatest moment in a sporting event that I've ever been a fan at or watched, observed. The start of the Indy 500, and pretty much every one of those races. Just great privilege to be able to be a part of that and watch it up close, and learn a lot too from the team dynamic at Panther Racing and John Barnes as a leader, how he runs his unit, and carry a lot of that over into coaching and what we do here with the San Francisco 49ers. Speeding tickets? A few. Yeah.
I'm just curious, sometimes people who like racing like to drive fast.
I've had a few. I don't know how many exactly. No, I don't think too many lately, though. I've matured.
Do you go back every year to see
Not every year. Not every year. It's been, I think it's been 2 since Sarah and I have been back there. But for a while there, had a long streak of being back there for the Indy 500, but haven't made it back for a year or 2.
As a coach, could you comment on on how the pit crew, they all seem to kind of work in concert,
like a team.
Yeah.
The team. There's no question. That's exactly how they operate. They operate as a strong, united team. They're well drilled. They're in great shape, and they are just that whole dynamic of whether it's the pit crew or the engineering of the car, the mechanics, the testing that the team does, the aerodynamics. I mean, everything is about that operation is designed to get a mile an hour faster. And that's just one thing that's been so profound to me. Watching that, the way they chase that speed, the way they chase that 0.01% improvement, that tenth of a mile an hour faster, and that's been profound. I've really learned great lessons, from that, and we really attempt to do that here. That's one of our primary goals. I mean, how can we get better? What facet of what we doing can we tweak and try to get a little faster? Where can we reduce drag? Where can we save time? Where can we be more efficient? And really, that's that whole operation. That's the whole operation of racing, and they do it as a team. Everybody doing a little adds up to a lot. That concept is there. We win as a team, and that's the way we approach things here at the 49ers.
This third preseason game, do you see this as like the closest thing to the regular season as far as a dress rehearsal for your starters?
I know it's often talked about that. It's really we approach this like we did the first 2, and we'll do the last. Very, very similar in terms of how we prepare for it, how we our approach in all facets. They're equally the same.
Would you expect to play the starters longer into the third quarter?
No, you like we said the other day, it'll be pretty similar to what we've done, and now game conditions can dictate that. Who gets the ball first in the first half? How many plays you run? Are there 3 and outs, or are there long drives? I mean, do you get 20, 25 plays in the first quarter or the first half combined? If not, then we're probably looking into going into the third quarter with some of our guys. But things like the opening kickoff dictate how many reps each plays each side of the ball would get. And then factors after that, turnovers or 3 and outs or long drives. So, but this is that's our approach. Won't be dissimilar.